When I think of the words cheap and point and shoot, the words that tend to follow are shit and sad and hell. Actually, that's not true. Cheap point and shoots are generally some of my favourite cameras. I've 9 times out of 10 got one on me, and they are the cameras that generally capture my memories, I suppose. I don't take them around for popping off crazy landscape images, but they're always with me at the pub, a little quick trip out. They're great. Put it in your pocket, you don't worry about it, you take it out, you point and shoot. In my experience, they actually have a sharper lens than one may expect, and potentially not as sharp as a Contax T2 or something of that value, but definitely sharp enough for the terrible photos I'm taking and stuff that, just capturing, like I said, memories, the pub, that sort of thing. Great to have on you. The metering is obviously where I feel most people have their doubts, but I think 80% of the time, in my case anyway, I've never had an issue 80% of the time. 80% of the time, they meter well and you get a well exposed image throughout, especially with flash. The ones I have had experience with always come out with a really cool image with flash. They're generally quite ugly, and which for us human beings is a bit of a struggle. We like to have things that look good, and in the case of cheap point shoots, it's not that easy to come by unless you spend quite a lot of money. In the case of this Canon Sure Shot, slim as fuck, AF, slim. This looks quite cool. I really like the lens cover. Again, it's quite Contax T2-esque. It's a nice colour, very small, again very pocketable. One of the better looking cheap 35mm point and shoots about there. It also seems that the majority of cheap 35mm point and shoots have some form of short-term memory loss, because when you turn the flash mode off, or you adjust the flash mode, it'll fire for one shot, you turn the camera off, you put it away, you forget about it, you turn it back on and it would have forgotten that you don't want to use the flash, which is annoying, especially when you're trying to be discreet and you flash somebody right in the face. Not ideal in some circumstances. They're readily available and obviously very cheap. So when your copy of whatever point and shoot you go for inevitably shits its pants and dies and is unrepairable as they are, you can pick them up for next to nothing. The cheapest one I have is this Nikon something or other. I'm not really sure what it's called, it's got too many words on it to sort of get a defining name. But my mum found this for me for £5 in a charity shop, and it works, and it's fairly sharp, and this one I think exposure wise is been 100% spot on, which is crazy. I mean, I've only shot 2 rolls for it so far, but that's pretty good going.
I'd like to add also that this one's knackered. It's a dual focal length one. But when you extend to 70mm, the lens gets stuck out and will never retract, and you have to take out your roll and ruin all your images. So yeah, don't press that button. It's bad.
I think ultimately, if you set your expectations when shooting one of these, when buying one of these, you can only really be pleasantly surprised. The image quality in most cases is good enough. You're not going to be taking award-winning landscape images on these cameras. That's just not what they're made for. They were made for everyday documentation, and that's what they do perfectly well. So what you should go and do now is get on eBay and buy yourself a cheap-ass point shoot and keep it in your pocket all the time, apart from when you don't need it in your pocket. Just when you're going outside and stuff, going for a coffee, point and shoot, going to the pub, point and shoot. Going on a walk, point and shoot. Mine generally are loaded with black and white, just because I find that to be suited to more situations. Black and white you can't really go wrong with. Sunny day, black and white works. Grey, moody day, black and white works. Inside the flash, black and white works. You know, you get the point. Black and white film is better. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it for me. That's my little piece for today. But thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Double salute today.
This is what we've actually still got the original receipt for. It was £199 back in, what does that say? 1990. I'll put the inflation for conversion back up on the screen now. You can get these for £30 now. 30 to 50, so not so cheap, but still inexpensive. Great camera, this is my favourite.